So, a little introduction about me, those who don't know. My name is Varshini and I completed my MBBS finally. So Sunday I completed my MBBS after extension, so everything is done. So so this topic of this session would be how to crack NEET PG during internship. Okay, so this you can also take it as in 1 year period how you'll crack NEET PG. So don't ask whether with this NEET PG or next PG, because I don't know anything about it. Whatever it is, you're going to study the same 19 subjects. The weightage would like a little bit, it would differ. However, you are going to concentrate more. If it's next, you will concentrate more on clinical questions, whereas in NEET PG it's going to be the regular thing. You can take in reference from the old papers. Okay, so I'll tell you the mistakes that I made and everything, so that you will not make that mistakes and you'll get even you know, good rank. Okay, first of all, how you're going to start preparation. If you have no idea, first set a date. Okay, like if you just set an end point on which day you're going to complete your first reading. Okay, so it can be just in your first reading should be completed within 5 months or 4 months. Okay, so first of all, you're going to set a end date. So that would be the ultimate thing. Then you're going to categorize. There are 19 subjects. Okay, even it's NEET or next, whatever it is, the 19 subjects you're going to divide into long subjects, moderate subject and short subjects. Okay, so if you're a starter, if you're new to this entire preparation thing, you would give a little more time for the long subjects. For example, you're going to give maybe 15 days for long subjects. Long subjects as such, the OG, medicine, surgery, community medicine, pathology. These are the things that you have to give more weightage. Okay, so that would be 15 days to 20 days for the first time readers. So 20 days are going to give for long subjects. Moderate subjects would be maximum 10 days. Moderate. So moderate are the second year subjects like pharmacology, microbiology, and so on. You would know. Okay, I'll also make a separate thing. Okay, I'll be the long subjects, short subjects, everything. Short subjects, maximum days you have to give is 5 days. That's all. 5 days, or even again, if you're starting to read, you're new to this, you're going to give 6 days. Okay, so these are the things. First of all, you're going to categorize long subjects, moderate subject, and short subjects. Now, you're going to put a schedule. Okay, next thing is the platform that you choose. So what I did is, see, I'll tell you my story. You don't have to follow what exactly I did. In third year, I think I was in that COVID period, everything. I had this Prep Ladder subscription. So what I did is I went through all the videos in Prep Ladder, like almost the medicine. So the starting subjects would be the subject that would give more weightage in your NEET PG or next PG, whatever it is. So that would be ideally the final year subjects. So the OG, again PSM. So OG specifically would give you independently, it would give you around 22-24 questions. Again PSM would give you 24 questions. Pathology would give you 20 questions. Medicine will give you maybe 25 questions. Medicine would be again integrated. You can't, you know, entirely rely on medicine. It would be integrated with many psychiatry or medicine or psychiatry or dermatology, pathology and everything. Okay, so I told you, so I started with Prep Ladder videos. Okay, so in third year I went through all the Prep Ladder videos and I made so the thing is I didn't make notes. And another advice would be not making like it's your wish, but if you're making notes, it would take a lot of time. Instead, you can buy notes, whichever platform you're using, you can buy notes and you can annotate, and you can just go through with the videos and you can annotate and stuff, so that when you're seeing your own handwriting, it would be even more reliable, and you can when you're revising, it would be helpful. Okay, because some of them, you know, have the habit of taking notes. The problem is it will take time, and some of them will feel even when you're taking notes only you'll be able to study better. It's not like that. It actually depends on if you're a fast writer or something, you can actually take notes. Otherwise, it would be preferably to buy notes and annotate them and go ahead with it. Okay, so first thing is choosing your platform. Next, if you're asking whether to choose Prep Ladder or Marrow or DBMCI, whatever it is your entire wish. If you want online classes, Marrow, Prep Ladder is there, everything. And if you're a live class, if you want to go sit in a group and study with everyone, there are again offline classes, everything. Okay, so this is the first thing, you're choosing a platform. And the next thing is that fear of missing out. You don't think that everyone is talking about this FOMO thing, because you have to trust your instincts. Okay, if you're choosing Prep Ladder, you shouldn't be like, I will see one video from Prep Ladder, another video I'll see from Marrow, another from, it's not like that. You just choose one platform and stick to it. Okay, if you are feeling that one subject is better in other platform, get your friend subscription and just see one video. Just don't, if you're choosing medicine, don't see from Prep Ladder, don't see from Marrow, don't see from everything altogether. Just choose one platform and stick to it. Okay. And the next thing is studying consistently. Okay. So when I started internship 1 year back, I have started studying. Eventually I picked up my pace. Okay, ideally in your internship it would be very difficult to study because you will be having your PGs behind your back, your assistant professors behind your back, giving you lots of work, lots of work, lots of clerical works, lots of actual work. So you have to learn to organize that. Okay, so the first thing would be studying at least 4 hours per day. Okay, you can eventually increase it to 6 hours, then finally 8 hours and all, but in an internship it would be very difficult to study that much time. So you start with 3 to 4 hours per day. Okay, so consistency is very important. Again, don't think that I'm talking philosophy or something. Consistency is really what helped me. Okay, even if you're not studying for if you're having function or if you have an important, just study 2 hours or solve questions. Okay, so that would ideally be your ultimate target, studying daily, consistently. Okay, so that's one thing. Then talking about this previous year questions. So this previous year questions had helped me a lot to solve questions in this NEET PG thing. So what the best thing would be in Marrow, that I'm not supporting any particular platform and just telling what I used. Okay, so in Marrow there is a thing called custom module. I think you know about that. So daily, even if you're new reader, you haven't read anything, you don't know anything about preparation or anything, start solving questions daily. Okay, it would be 20 questions per day. It can be any subject. Okay, so go to this custom module. I'll make a separate reel on that, how to use custom module, and there's so many good good accounts like Midlife Resuscitation where they explain the entire process of this custom module or anything. You can just go through. I'll make a separate video on that. So in custom module, you can select all the 19 subjects or a particular subject, and in the tags you can go like previous year questions would be there. NEET questions, then AIMS questions, that is INICT questions. You can go to particular those tags and you can start solving questions. Even if it's 10 questions per day, it would definitely put you way ahead of others. That is one thing. Okay, because ultimately, even if you're studying a lot, even if you're mugging up, or that is secondary, you're studying a lot, end of the day you should know to solve the questions. Okay, the art of solving questions is what is going to get your rank ahead. Okay, you might have a huge knowledge of everything, but at that heat of the moment when you're solving questions, you need that presence of mind to actually solve questions. That habit would develop only if you start practicing questions daily. Okay, so another thing is, in this problem, like why people won't solve questions is that they get demotivated. Okay, so if I'm attending 20 questions, if I'm getting 12 questions wrong, it would be like, okay, I don't even know this question, how I'm going to go ahead. So that is one thing that you have to keep apart, because like Dr. Abbas Ali would say, you have to solve questions to know about that questions. Okay, don't get demotivated if you're not knowing any particular question. You have to learn from that question. So that is where this comes into play, like using the custom module. So the custom module, when you're choosing that particular tag, for example previous year question, it wouldn't be so strange, the question wouldn't be so strange, and you can make yourself familiar with all the questions. Okay, ideally last 10-year questions, both AIMS would have two question papers per year, NEET obviously one. So you can just go through entirely, starting from 20 questions per day, and you have to slowly improve to 50. Then you have to even solve 100 to 200 questions. When you're it's just 3 months to exam, you have to actually solve 200 questions per day. So this is how you're going to gradually improve. This again, consistency, discipline, everything. Okay, and if you ask me, my personal experience on NEET PG, for me around like 60%, 65% questions were actually previous year questions. Again, the previous year means not exactly the previous year wouldn't come. Okay, it would be a similar question. Like for example, the STD kits, the color coding would be there, right? So previously they would have asked a scenario with the red color kit. Then next they will ask a clinical scenario entirely different, but it would be with the color kit. Okay, so again, these are the things that you have to know. The exact question won't definitely be not repeated, but there will be similar topic. So please be ahead with compared to others by solving questions, that to previous year questions. Be thorough with it. Don't be lethargic. Even if it's a complicated question, try to solve it and know how to solve the question. Okay, that is one thing. And next is this first aid book that everyone talks about. Dr. Aditya Gupta, AIMS, he's a AIMS resident. He's awesome. So if you can follow his YouTube account, he has talked a lot about first aid thing. So first aid is a book, USMLE book, okay, that you can also download from, there are lots of sources. There is also a thing called, wait, I'll type, LibGen. So this is where you can get free books, okay. This is where you can get all the free PDFs without going through many ads. There are a lot of books. So this first aid book is a USMLE. It's used for USMLE preparation. What you're going to do is you're going to download it and you're going to start reading it because you have 1 year. It's not like you have to do it compulsorily. This would give you extra edge because it has all this first year and second year subjects. For example, pathology, pharmacology, microbiology. Those new readers would find reading it from entire video difficult, okay. So that's when you're going through first aid, it would be very easy because it is to the point, okay. If you are even feeling it's not enough, by the time you're solving question, you would get 3 or more points which you can add to the separate topic, okay. So these are the things you have to do in first aid. First aid, just choose a subject. When you're I told no, like 4 hours you have to spend per day. In that 4 hours, just leave 30 minutes for first aid. Go through the book. It's very good. If you want, you can take, you can actually buy the book. It's a bit costly. In Amazon, it's available. You can get a second-hand book, or you can print the PDF, or you can annotate in your digital device or whatever. So this is where first aid comes into play. First aid is not only useful for INICT, it is also useful for NEET PG. Direct questions like, for example, an image-based question would directly come from that first aid book, because pathology, microbiology, it has good pictures, okay. So you can get pictures, image-based question directly from the first aid book. So this is another thing. So you're going to, I told no, first reading you have to complete within 100 days. You have to put a schedule, and a lot of YouTube videos, lots of Instagram Studygram accounts who have actually put a schedule already, which you can follow. If you're going to a live class, for example, Bhatia or ADR Plexus, that is in Chennai, Madurai, in Tamil Nadu I'm talking about. If you're going to a live class, they give you schedules, right? So they'll complete physiology in 5 days. So keep that as your main thing and start studying from that. Make a schedule from that. And I'm telling you, right, YouTube channels that are giving you free schedules, so follow that. So next important that is currently becoming trending is Dr. Zainab ma'am's videos, okay. Who is Dr. Zainab ma'am? I think everyone would know it. If you don't know, then it's a big problem, because Dr. Zainab ma'am is so amazing. She is a radiologist. She's again from AIMS, and she has given lots of free videos that is going to help us, okay. It helped me a lot. So please know about that. Who's Dr. Zainab ma'am? So what does she do is that she provides many free classes, okay. For example is that Midnight Express Revision. What she does in that series is that she has given many videos, around 70 videos are there. In that all the important topics for both NEET PG and INICT. For example, all the Venflon sizes and colors, and anesthesia circuits. Then what else? What are important? Acid base. How will you solve an acid base question? Then ortho, bone tumors would be there. All the high yield questions that you can't miss out on an exam. So she has compiled everything in that Midnight Express Revision. Okay, so that is a PDF. Again, I'll post that PDF also. So it has around 65 links. That PDF was prepared by another study grammar. Her name is Medlife Resuscitation. So you can go through that. In that PDF, if you click a particular topic, it will directly guide you into that video. These videos you cannot ever miss. Again, if you are new to this preparation, just one video is 1 hour, okay. Even if you're not studying anything, just watch that video. Definitely watch that video. If you're studying daily 1 hour one video, you can finish it around in maybe 70 days or something. You can be ahead, again way ahead of others, okay. So that is one MER, Midnight Express Revision. And there are further more free videos given by Dr. Zainab ma'am. Okay, so these are the things that I also did. Again, what mistake I did was I didn't know it from the beginning of my preparation. I started to know. Again, there is my friend called Dr. Prudvi. He only introduced me to this Dr. Zainab ma'am's video. Initially, I was like, why I didn't know it from the beginning? I had only very few time. So if you're starting now, please go know what Dr. Zainab ma'am is doing. Please follow her Telegram account, her updates, her videos. The free videos would definitely give you a lots of knowledge, and there are many BTR rapid revision videos. So example, so you have to go through these things. Then so many questions I got is how to complete this medicine. So medicine subject would be tricky because there are huge videos. I think there are many videos and you would require a lot of time to finish those videos. If you are finding a particular topic difficult, or you're thinking like, how can I finish this subject in a particular time, what you can do is going through the rapid revision version of that particular video. Even if you're starting 1 year ahead, what you can do is, if you're finding medicine subject difficult, like you're taking, it will take me 2 months to finish that subject, go through to the rapid revision version. Okay, so again, don't bring the factor of fear of missing out. Okay, don't think about what others are doing, just trust your instincts and go through the rapid revision. What you're going to do is complete this rapid revision videos. You're going to finish it fast. After completing this rapid revision, you're going to solve the questions. Here comes the part. You just can't read the rapid revision and leave it alone. By the time you're finishing the rapid revision video of that particular subject, solve the questions of that subject. If you are thinking that question is not there in the rapid revision notes, add that question, annotate, and start reading. So this would be another trick. If you are putting the subject ahead for a long time, not taking interest in that subject, it would again push your rank backwards, right? So you can choose the rapid revision version and start annotating, solve questions, and add those videos, add that notes to that point. Okay, so and question bank, my personal choice would be always Marrow. Whatever video source I did, finally I went through Marrow question bank only, because I feel it's so standard, up to the point, and every day I would I'll solve Marrow question when I'm going in bus to my college, and that time also used to solve certain questions. Okay, to just I'm telling that consistency, because if you're not studying for a particular day, it would again, I feel bad. So what I did is being consistent and solving questions daily. Okay, I'll tell you the mistakes that I made while doing the exam. Again, my score is 526. Okay, so grand test, good. Grand test, I forgot to talk about grand test. So grand test is what you're going 19 subjects entirely, like 200 questions would come in a grand test. When to start this grand test is that, like Dr. Abbas Ali would say, please start early. After 1 month of preparation, if possible, when you're starting your preparation, start giving grand test. So what is the goal of this grand test would be sitting to the 200 questions. Okay, even if you're new 19 subjects, you have completed only 2 subjects, or you're only starting with 1 subject, what happens when you're solving grand test is, one thing, it would give you the capacity to sit through the entire 200 questions. That should be your first goal, because many of my fellow students, they complain that they weren't able, some people didn't have time to solve the 200 questions. When you practice this grand test, you would have the time to just sit through the 200 questions. Whether it's right or wrong is secondary thing. Okay, you have to sit through the 200 questions, read every question. So when you're reading, again, your plus point would be, when you're reading a particular topic, you'd be like, this question came in grand test, so this topic might be important. So that is a thing. So don't again, my mistake is that I started grand test only late. Maybe after completing around 16 subjects, I started giving grand test, and only totally I would have given maybe 20 grand tests, that's all. But you have to start giving grand tests from the beginning of your preparation, so that again you would learn a lot from the grand test. And if you don't have time, like after giving grand test, another thing that you have to do is reviewing the grand test. Okay, you should not just give, just get your marks, what is your rank, and you shouldn't go. You have to review. Even if you don't have time to review, what the toppers have told is that tricks and tips is that just review the wrong answer. Okay, so if you are giving 200 questions and you have given 140 questions right, just leave it alone. The 60 questions that you have given wrong, go review that, because 140 questions that you have given right, you know your instincts and you've given right. So in the exam also you would have the instinct, whereas that 70 question that you missed, 70 to 60 question that you have missed, you don't know where you have did wrong. So you can go through that 70 questions separately, so that it would again save time. You need not go through the entire 200 questions. Ideally 200 questions, going through the entire 200 questions would be nice. But if you don't have time, you can just go through the questions that you made mistakes and learn from them. Okay, so the NEET PG mistakes that I told you is that being so overconfident. Okay, for example, I made many silly mistakes. After coming out of the exam hall, immediately I was able to recall the mistake. Okay, what I did, for example, there was a giant cell tumor question. Giant cell tumor, I think it was in the hand or something. So I thought it wasn't giving a typical soap bubble appearance. So I thought, okay, why they would give a so easy question. So I thought it would be aneurysmal bone cyst. So that is one mistake I did. I didn't mark giant cell tumor and I marked aneurysmal bone cyst. Okay, so that is one silly mistake, being overconfident. Okay, that is one thing. And another thing is for light microscopy, there was a question on light microscopy. I was confused between subepithelial deposits and subendothelial deposits. So I thought subepithelial deposit would be the usual answer. Okay, so I thought okay, everyone would mark, so maybe they tried to twist the question and I marked subendothelial deposit. So again, sometimes easiest answer would be the actual answer. Don't think too much. Okay, so that is another mistake that I made, and I complicated many things. So these are the things, just one question, getting one question wrong would put your rank so much behind. So be careful of that. That's why I'm telling you to solve questions. When you solve so many questions, it would be like instinct and you will mark the correct answer. Okay, again, another trick of solving questions is that first, this is also Dr. Zainab ma'am told us. So the first thing is you have 4 options, right? First thing, exclude 2 options. Okay, first thing you're going to, so this cannot entirely be the option. You're going to exclude the 2 options. Then if you're having doubt between 2 options, select the best answer. Okay, it need not be the correct answer, but you should trust your instinct, and with whatever you have studied, you have to select the best answer. So this is how I started solving questions. First, you have to eliminate 2 things that are totally unrelated. If you're thinking that this won't be applicable to this question, you're going to eliminate the 2 things, and from the rest of the 2, you're going to select the best answer. Okay, so that is how it's going to work both for NEET PG and INICT. So the main difference is that INICT would have more clinical questions and more complicated questions. NEET PG will have many direct questions. So that's why they see, some people tell NEET PG CC, some people tell INICT CC. It's totally dependent on you. Okay, what you feel, but ultimately you have to know that exclude the wrong options and select the best answer. So best would be what from what you have studied, you have to answer it. Apart from the subjects that you're studying, daily solve 50 questions, improve that to 100 questions per day, improve that to 200 questions per day, because those who are solving questions only are getting the top ranks. It's ultimately that. It's definitely that. Those who are solving many questions would get many questions right. Again, if you're doing a grand test, do it loyally. Okay, don't see questions from net and answer. Don't give fake confidence to yourself. If whatever grand test you're giving, do it 100 with, like you're in an exam hall. Switch off all the mobile phones, keep it separately. Sit 3 hours, do that marrow and get your mark. Whatever how low it is, don't worry about it, because you're going to learn from your mistake. No one is going to judge you because of that mark. Just see your mark, improvise, be consistent. Just go through what are the mistakes that you have done and which subject you're weak. Even if you're solving a proper grand test, the platform itself will give you graph like where you have to improve, where you are weak, your weaker subjects and everything. So go through that. Where to find previous year questions of previous year questions? There is if you want platforms, many platforms are producing that. If you want to a book, it's called as Essence by Dr. Pritesh. Okay, there is a book called Essence again. It has again all the previous year questions, so you can download. The book name is Essence if you are want to study from a book. You watch many toppers videos and toppers, or Dr. Abbas Ali sir, Dr. Bone teacher, Dr. Rohan sir, many of them, Dr. Aditya Gupta, Dr. Zainab ma'am, and watch those videos and get motivated, and please follow what they are telling, because they are the people who have achieved something and they are sharing something. So definitely you can take notes from others. It's not going to put you down. So please watch those videos and get motivated. You did one subject from one source or multiple source? One subject from one source, that's all. That was I was very clear. Even when I choose many platform, one subject, one source should be that, because end of the day, if you're choosing multiple sources, and then when the revision time, you'll know the importance of studying from one source, because during revision you would have very little time and you'd be exhausted. So if you're having just one, if you're reading from Bhatia notes, just stick to that. Just learn that often, so that when you're doing the second revision or third revision, you would have the exact page in your mind. So that is how it was. Like I was reading Dr. Zainab's rapid revision course, I was revising. In the third revision, I would know, okay, this line would come here, this line would come here, and it really did help me. For example, in NEET PG again, forensic medicine, there was, I think, 3 questions on the organ harvesting, okay, that Virchow's technique or Gon's technique, and by randomly I was revising the previous day. If NEET PG is tomorrow, I was revising that forensic medicine, and I was reading that particular slide where there was every technique. So Virchow's, okay, this technique, and for COVID people you would do this technique, and it was just, I just glanced to just 2 seconds, but when that question actually appear, like 3 questions came from that 1 page alone. So this is the power of revision, because even if I'm just doing that 1 page for one time, I wouldn't have recalled it, but that page I did for many times previously, so that I was able to actually recall in NEET PG. So that is the thing. Even you would feel like you're going through that subject, but when you're solving questions only, you'll able to know whether you can remember or not. So that is why I'm again telling you, solve question, solve question, solve question. How to study biochem effectively? Again, biochemistry, Dr. Zainab Ma'am, even in that rapid revision course alone, it's more than enough for the entire biochemistry, all the cycles, everything. Vitamin. People who have given NEET PG would know how important that vitamin topic alone would be, because around 5 questions came from vitamin topic alone. Vitamin B alone, there 3 questions came, I think. 2 or 3 questions came from vitamin B. And Zaina ma'am told us to go through that vitamin topic like n number of times, and it actually came in the paper. So that how powerful experienced teachers are. Okay, whatever they're telling, please try to follow that. Other thing is joining Telegram channels. Okay, please join Telegram channels with previous year questions, and daily morning when you're drinking coffee or you have free time, please go through the channel and solve the questions. Okay, even in Telegram there are new methods where there is a question, and when they are sending the message, it's hidden. After your answer only the explanation would appear. That's how efficient Telegram is. So please follow Telegram and join groups that will help you. For example, NEET PG previous year question, there is a separate Telegram channel. You can go through that. You can join. I'll show you some channels. You can you see this? This is one channel. The channel name itself, it's PYQ channel. You can go through that and you can solve questions. So the explanation is hidden. When I tap it, the explanation comes. See, it's very nice. So where to start is start with the subjects that would give you high weightage. For example, OG, PSM, surgery, medicine, pathology. Start with these subjects. Okay, whatever it is, start with these subjects, because these are the subjects that have high yield. Again, if you're starting a long subject, don't fully entirely go with long subjects. Okay, finish a long subject, a moderate subject, short subject, and go ahead with that, because in the long course, when you're finishing a subject, it would give you a lot of motivation. So if you're taking a long subject, 3 long subjects altogether, it would definitely take maybe 2 months to finish all those. And by the time when you are seeing, then you will be like, there are 19 subjects. I've started my preparation long back. I've completed only 3 subjects. So that shouldn't be like that. So when you're taking a mix-up of subjects, long subject, short, then moderate, you would have finished again 4 to 5 subjects in just 2 months. So again, complete your first reading fast. Okay, in 3 to 4 months, complete your first reading. As any idea, I don't know, NEET PG, probably in January, probably in March, not later than March 2024, probably in January. So please complete your read, complete your first read in just 4 months. Thank you guys. See you in other live, which I haven't planned yet. Hopefully I'll come in 2 months or 3 months maybe. So thank you for the support. Please get motivated. Follow good, if you want good motivation, follow Studygram accounts, and follow good YouTube channels like Dr. Bone Teacher, Rohan Sir's YouTube, Dr. Sakshi Ma'am's YouTube, Dr. Zaina Ma'am, Dr. Nikita Ma'am. Yes, I will definitely save this slide. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.